Encoding overload. What are you talking about? What the fuck do you mean recording overload? What does that even mean? Video output. Oh, okay. Oh, was it recording all that? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was recording all that. Alright. I found this great game the other day, and I think I'm gonna do a playthrough of it here. So, give you a little bit of background. I've already done 2 full playthroughs of this game. Each one of them took me about 7.5 minutes, and the second one actually didn't manage to finish due to some unfortunate circumstances. I was about at the 31-minute mark on my second playthrough because I was just so enthralled with the gameplay. It's called 239 Keys. You have 239 keys. Is a game made in 24 hours by Mr. Enders, based on a mock-up by Chelsea Sanders, and you can see in this nice little infographic here what the game's all about. So, there's a lot of keys in the game, all different designs. This one's actually a lockpick, I believe, and it's a little bit of a funny joke thrown in the title screen. And this is presumably our character holding a key, which he will then use to open a door. And this is actually very close to the exact layout of the game that you will see. The only thing missing is, and as we get into the game here, you might have missed the 239 keys that appear falling on the floor. And our goal of the game is take these keys, put them in the lock, and see which ones work. And then the ones that don't work, you just throw them off the void. So that's pretty much the game you got here. There's a nice little jingle playing in the background. Really short, really it's pretty pleasant, I have to say. It does repeat like every 30 seconds, which I don't think is the wisest choice in this style of game. But developers sometimes they just make bad decisions, and they choose to make a game where you procedurally put more and more keys into this lock that do not work. So I think we're maybe at 15 keys or so right now. I haven't been keeping track. There's a lot of them. 293 to be exact. The music is. I think this game would have done much better with some, death metal instead of this, nice little chirpy tune to it. Something that you might not be able to notice because of the recording. My poor recording setup. Yeah, okay. My poor recording setup is that there's a very noticeable, like, distorted rumbling happening in the background. It's honestly pretty creepy, especially if you just look at this view and you hear the distorted rumbling. And especially because it's 11:22 p.m. I'm honestly a little bit spooked that something might show up and attack me in this game from the darkness. But that's why we gotta put all the keys in so we don't get murdered by whatever monsters come in and kill us. Let's try that one. Are you still stuck in the wall? Oh, I got him loose. So So maybe we've made it to maybe like 50 keys, I believe. It's going. This playthrough is going pretty well, I have to say. No major setbacks happening. We're getting a steady rate of key to door prerogatives. And well, I haven't even mentioned like the different key designs. There's so many of them. Some of them seem very much based around your classic RuneScape style key icon, such as this one. Although this one's a little bit, it's got a little bit of a circular look to. That's actually a hexagon. But see, I mean, this one's a triangle. That one's pretty neat. And you have to get off. I have to say my favorite's probably the triangle keys. Oh, this one especially. This one's got a nice evenness to it that I like quite a bit. We're making our way through. Like, we already... If you haven't been paying attention, go back to the start of the video and just check out how much progress we've made on this key pile. It really is something else to behold. Now, what I like the most about this game is just the overall ambience and the mood and atmosphere that it sets up, because we have this very cheery looking, incredibly pink pastel, very nice color just to look at, and then you turn around and it's just the void. It's just the end, and you can watch. You can't actually jump off. Don't worry, I tried several times to end my suffering, but you can't actually jump off and kill yourself. It's really similar to life. In fact, this game is similar to life, because, well, here's success. Oh, well, that try didn't work. Oh, that's 1 year shaved off your life. Oh, wow, that's another year shaved. Throw that one away. And you have 293 keys, but you only can live, on average, just over 70 years. If you're in the United States, it's something like 76, or I haven't looked up the statistic in a while, but you just keep throwing off these years, and you grow older, and you realize maybe nothing's behind the door. Oh, this is my favorite key, by the way. It's just I like, you know what? That's my magic wand key. I like that key. That's my feel good charm. Oh, this one's also very nice. It's the triangle magic, even better. You know what? And I like the triangle magic wand a little bit more. Now's the time where I really run out of things to talk about, because I'm putting keys in a door repeatedly. It's 11:26 p.m. Oh, I threw. Oh, wow. Now look at that. That arm will get you somewhere in the Major League Baseball realm. Look at that. Check that out. No one's hitting that fastball. I'm just gonna assume that was not the right key. I mean, we'll find out by the end of this if that was the right key. Hopefully not, because I have a horrible feeling now. I have a really bad feeling about that. The key that got away. And, you know what? You want to know something funny is, I've actually, in the first and second playthroughs, actually only the first one, technically, when I found the winning key, I checked it out, and I remembered the pattern of it, and that key did not work this time. We actually had it and I didn't mention it. So it seems like the keys are randomly assorted, which is a good move on the developer's part. It really adds up to the fairness. Look at this. Hey, this key is nice. No, this key is nice and old-fashioned. It's got the classic triple triple donger on there. I'm not gonna look at how long the recording is. That's not what I'm worried about. You know, things like this really make me wonder. What happened to all the locksmiths? That entire job market is probably like dying out. You think? Because how many people, for one, have a key to enter their house instead of some other type of lock? And for two, don't most people just like live on the internet nowadays? Why would they need to? They can just use a password instead of a key. People can crack keys. They can make copies of keys, but they can't crack passwords. To the best of my knowledge, they cannot. Everything on the internet is safe. It really wouldn't surprise me if you have stopped watching the video at this point. In fact, I would say that's maybe the wise decision as we enter what I believe to be maybe like key 100. So, not quite halfway through the pile. But those points don't really matter in the whole scheme of things, because it's really all about the 50-50 chance. Either the key opens it or it doesn't open it. There's a 50% chance that you open the door every time. At least, that's how I choose to believe it. And thinking of it that way, this is honestly not that bad. It's like a 50-50 shot every time. Frankly, that's pretty good odds in my eyes. Like, this, you definitely have a much better chance to win this than there is to win the lottery. And this also takes much less time to figure out who wins. Just frankly a meditative experience. You know, this really does remind me of like a real estate song, like off of their 2017 album, In Mind. Except, of course, without the vocals. And, well, considering the vocals are kind of the best part of real estate, then you're kind of just left with the scraps. My computer is... I hope the mic is not picking that up. My computer is dying. The fans are going crazy. There's too many keys. Actually mentioning that, this game does run at a very smooth 60 frames per second. I'm not sure if the video tells that. Number one, because I'm recording at 30 frames per second, like some kind of 2014 YouTube user. And two, I'm not playing in the highest graphical settings either. Although, I did try playing on the highest settings, and it ran at a very smooth 60 as well. I just kind of wanted a break from how good everything looked. If you don't, like, sometimes you just need a break from that. Here, let me wave my magic wand. Maybe this is my good luck charm. Chippy, chippity, choppity, choo. It's going to be you. No. Alright. I tried. I really tried. I really tried on. I really thought that was gonna be it. Oh man. I have to say, out of the 2 playthroughs I've done, this has taken the longest. I was really expected to get somewhere by now. And as we get rid of more and more of these keys, the more and more worried I am that the one that I threw off was the correct key. Oh boy, wouldn't that be great? It would only be fitting, really. And of course, by this point in the metaphorical game, our character would have died. We'd be long dead without having the keys to success. This gate really is something else, isn't it? The pile. Check out how many of the pile, how much of the pile we've gotten rid of. Like, frankly, we're really almost there. And trust me, if we do see the ending, then you'll be amazed by it. It's really a great celebration. Wait a second. I have found the second magic wand. Fantastic. How good is that? I can dual wield magic wands now. Heck yeah. I can go pop, 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 with the magic, right? How does that one song go? The ting goes skrrr. Now that would be a good thing to sing, wouldn't it? 1 + 1 is 2. +1, that's 3 quick maths. Just sauce. Raw sauce. No ketchup. I don't know how that song goes. I'm not too hot on meme songs lately. Ever since All-Star, they've all been just going downhill. You had All-Star, right? And then you had It's Been. And that one was really hot for a while, I remember. It's Been being everywhere. Of course, the classic song, 1 Week by the Bare Naked Ladies. Who aren't actually Bare Naked Ladies. I was really disappointed to learn that when I discovered the band. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Chopped your eyes on your head and said I'm angry. 5 days since I live in room. Something much I couldn't tell you. It's 3 days since you laughed at me. It'd still be 2 days till we say we're sorry. It's a classic song. And of course, after 1 week, the musical landscape changed to, I want to say, it was maybe the time, what was it called? It was the children's, it was the Lazy Show, the song from the Lazy Show. We are number 1. Hey, that was the next one. Don't I need to teach you how to be villains? And that was the point when my interest started dropping off. Then there was the Nut Shack, the stupid Nut Shack song. It's the Nut Shack repeated ad infinitum. That was an awful, awful meme. And somehow along the line we got to the Tingo Scra. And Jake Paul was in there sometime. But the Tingo Scra, I think, kind of rejuvenated the whole meme landscape. By offering several catchphrases, which was really the key to being a meme in this day, is catchphrases. I can't stress enough how long that this is taking, by the way. My first run was 7 minutes. I was thinking, you know, at max we would get like a 10-minute finish here, but it's just not. It's just not happening. How did I do that? Hang on. How did I do that? I almost snuck past. I couldn't quite get it. Really good controls on this game, by the way, too. You know, you have a jump. Do you want to? And if we get to the end, I'll show you why you need a jump. Because you can't exactly climb stairs. You can only jump upstairs. So, clearly, the game developers, they just couldn't get that in the 24 hours allotted when making this game. So I'm not faulting them there. Or well, I think it was 20. I honestly can't remember. My mind has gone blank. Get that out of there. Pile's almost gone. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say we have like 70 keys left, maybe 60 keys, if we're being optimistic. Well, I'm sure we'll get it here anytime. It does feel good to throw them off. Very satisfying. Jesus Christ. Computer, calm down. It's not that tough to do what this game is doing. Oh, hey. Oh yeah, you could indeed try flipping them. Let me try. Yeah, I'll stick this one and I'll try flipping it once. Get a nice little bottle flip bag. No. No. Maybe. Oh, pretty good. It's like an arrowhead. Ah. Arrowheads. 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 At this point, I'm gonna ask you politely to stop watching this video at this point. Just get on with your life. Well, I am stuck here. Oh. How did you get back? Hang on. Almost missed you. Bye. Go. Hey ladies. You wanna ride this? That's an arrow pointing to hopefully my crotch. I don't know. I can make an arrow. I can make a crosshair. Although the hitboxes seem a little bit off for those arrows. I might have just thrown one off. I'm not sure. That's 2 for the count. Wow. This is really incredible. I really thought that this was gonna be a good experience because the other 2 times were going really well. But this one is. It's really not doing it for me. Maybe it's the fact that I'm recording it. It could be. Oh, wow. Feisty little thing. Oh, not quite. What do you say? We got maybe 40 keys left in that big old pile? Could be. honestly, I'm like, I'm kind of losing my mind right now because with each one that I throw off, the more and more likely it is that I accidentally threw off the. Oh! I need to give you a kiss. Mwah. 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 Oh. I, oh. Oh no. I kissed him through the wall. Alright. Now we get to this very nice, deep magenta room. And here's the ending. This is the ending in a nice pink room, whitish pink border. And it says you have 293 keys. That's the title of the game. Total tries 247. Total time 23. Thanks for playing. You're welcome. This is my crown. This is my crown. This is my crown. I am the king of my crown. Oh, and if you go behind it, the text is backwards. Isn't that fun? All right, so this is my first recording. I'm glad that I could return to making another video again with such a good game. This is JT God signing off. Good